Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcome to the Cutie Art Crusaders, episode 128 for Tuesday, December 23rd, 2014. My name is Rainbow Plasma. I am your sleigh driver this evening, and I'm joined by...
Burned01, and today I'm going to be your reindeer.
I'm Flutterguy317. I'm the guy that you send all of the notes to at the North Pole. And I redirect them to Santa Claus. And I will also be editing this week's episode.
And today you're going to be my present.
Burn. You ruined it. I met Miss Buck and I was going to be your present.
Aww. You can be both our presents. You can be our bag of presents. How about that?
No, you ruined it.
Wow, Burned. Your compliments sound a lot like insults.
Jeez, Burn.
You
can be my present, Joel.
You don't shove your friends into bags?
Wow.
I haven't gone bagging in a while. So, all right. Well, welcome to the Cutie Art Crusaders, guys. Happy holidays and all that jazz. But
Mine's ruined now.
I cannot continue this segment without kind of talking about presents and you, Atmos Bark, because you have some presents for us, and it's just too perfect.
Yes, I do. Okay, so they are.
What are the presents?
They are here. We have new avatars by the Silver Rain Clouds, and they're adorable.
Okay. I want to see these.
Yes, this is.
Oh my gosh!
So this is the first time. This is the first time that any of us are seeing these.
Do you want to build a snowman?
So Burned is a snowman. Oh, this must be. Is this based off of Frozen?
No, it just happened to be that way.
Okay. So Ted, you're, I guess,
Elsa, maybe?
Elsa.
Anna.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Anna.
Elsa's the other
See,
one.
I haven't seen Frozen yet.
Neither have I. So it's amazing. I
Don't
actually
hurt
thought
us.
of one name.
Come on, let's go and play.
Joel is a Christmas tree.
Yes.
And I have no idea what the hell I am.
You're a bird
You're
of
the
some
Christmas
sort.
turkey, of course.
You're a cardinal.
A cardinal? Okay.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
Christmas.
Oh yeah, cardinals are Christmassy, yeah.
Are they? I didn't know
Yes.
that. Okay. I jokingly, because Silver asked me and if I could English at any point in my life. she asked me if
No, Silver, I cannot English.
we wanted new avatars, and I said that would be great, thanks. And then I said, hey, can you make me an animal this time around? And she said, yeah, okay.
Last time I was a reindeer, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Mm-hmm. And now
I was a Christmas tree last time as well.
Yeah.
I am become tree.
So yeah, these are great. God, Burn, yours. I love yours. That's so good.
I want this to become. This is going to become my Skype avatar now.
That's great. That's great. I love it.
Oh, I should finally replace my Skype avatar.
Yes,
with
you
this
should.
one.
Please.
I don't know what mine
care
is.
what you
Is
do.
mine with the other glasses?
I'm gonna zoom in my face though. Still.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you very much for those avatars. They'll be showing up this entire episode. They're very, very cute.
They are.
Silver.
I'm just like, I was so surprised because I was expecting some sort of like winter animal, and then I didn't know that cardinals were. I learned something today. Apparently, cardinals are Christmassy.
Do we know why they are? Is it like that they don't fly south or something, or they have a late migration?
I think they don't migrate. I think they just stick around.
Because I think it's a European thing, and it's also like an East U.S. thing. Northeast. US.
Interesting.
Yeah, my parents have like some fake cardinals that are around the house for decoration for Christmas time.
That's cool.
So, well, actually, they have them and wanted to hang them up, and my sister took them and just put them randomly throughout the house. So they've been finding them here and there and like everywhere.
Nice. Nice.
So I have a story that's not in our things to do list, talking points list, but it relates to the Christmas turkey.
Christmas cardinal.
You mean Max?
I know. So I work for a German company, and apparently there's this tradition that got started called the Christmas pickle, And basically,
Whoa! Wait just a second.
no, there's a pickle that you hang from a tree, and
Okay.
if someone finds the pickle, they get an extra present. Is how it goes because pickles blend in with the tree because they're green.
Okay.
And supposedly it's a German tradition.
Bernd, can you confirm?
No
I
one in
cannot
my
confirm.
company has ever heard of this until they came to the U.S. So apparently it was started by a U.S. company in like Pennsylvania or whatever,
Was it a
and
big
we
company?
think that they just like make ornaments, and one of the ornaments was misshapen, and they were like, "Hey,
Make up a story about it.
Pickle.
yeah." So
Do you guys want to find a? Do you guys want to have a rousing game of find the pickle? Joel, come here. I'm gonna hang it off.
Jesus.
Well,
Another
then,
German tradition.
Burn, you gonna smell him?
Nah. I'm good on smelling German pickles.
Okay.
so
So, do your thing first, Ted.
okay,
Your other thing that isn't. It's just about as weird as a Christmas pickle.
It is just about
Do
as
the
weird.
thing, Ted.
So there's a YouTube channel that we all follow called Viva I'm a Toon Link Reverie. It's his username is just I'm a Toon Link.
God, his username sucks.
I know it's so bad.
So bad.
But
Today on Ripping on I'm a Toon Link.
he usually posts these short like quippy
Strange
videos, very strange, but they're like really funny.
Yeah.
And
Hilarious.
today he posted a collaboration between him and a bunch of other YouTubers, like Brony YouTubers, which is kind of a parody on Charlie Brown Christmas, and it was cute. It was adorable, so you should check it out.
It was cute.
Cool.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
else in that video had a horrible username too. I gotta point it out. I'm critical of usernames.
In all fairness, like I'm a Toon Link, his username is for the most part supposed to be satirical. I mean, he's a comedian. What do you want from him?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Last talking point before we get to the art for this week is people were asking us last week and just in general in the last 2 weeks, now that EFN is kind of folding at the end of this year, there's obviously this new thing called Canterlot Hill, which is kind of rising from the ashes, based on a lot of people who worked at EFN who want to do something a little bit different, notably most so the Elements of Harmony guys. They've been in contact with us last 2 weeks or so, and we've been chatting back and forth. It's something we're interested in, but to disclose fully transparently, we're not jumping in just yet. We're probably going to take a little bit and just assess the situation, see how they're doing, make sure that everything's going okay with them, and then we might consider joining with them in the future. I mean, even regardless if we don't, we know that the guys who are running it are awesome guys. So definitely show them your support, especially if you found us through FN. A lot of the people who worked on that kind of stuff and who will be transferring over to Canterlot Hills are great people. So that being said, in the time being, we need to figure out a way for you guys to be able to get our live streams, much like we got EFN to do our live streams for a long time. Now we need a kind of a new way to do that, whether or not that be Canterlot Hill. But in the meantime, we've got a Picarto page that we've put up, and we're going to start to try to use more regularly for streams, whether that be kind of like, I don't know, editing episodes or fun other stuff like that. So that is picarto.com/Cutie Art Crusaders.
No, that
more
won't
plugs.
work.
It won't?
No. It's picarto.tv/live/channel.php ? Watch equals Cutie Art Crusaders.
Are you serious?
So,
Yes.
Cutie
See, that's easy for programmer speak. There's like 4 people watching this, like, oh yeah, I got that. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, I guess just find us on Picarto.
Just look in the
Yeah, I
link
think
below
if
if you're
you
watching
search-
this on YouTube.
If
Yeah,
you search for Cutie Art Crusaders on picarto.tv, it'll probably come up.
yeah, you'll find us on there. Dear God, we're gonna have to make like a Bitly link for that. So yeah, if you want to keep up with our streams, if you enjoyed the live streams and coming out to those kind of things on EFN, definitely head on over to Picarto, and obviously keep up with us as we kind of develop this thing. We might stick with that. We might move over to Canterlot Hill. We don't really know right now. We're gonna wait and see in January because it's a very busy time for all of us. So yeah,
So that being said, this week's episode and next week's episode will still air on EFN, because they aren't closing up shop until January 1st.
Right,
And then
right.
the episode after that, we will be on our Picardo, and then who knows after that. So
Yes. So yeah, 23rd and the 30th is going to be on EFN, and then the one that's airing on the 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be on our Picardo. So that is a very advanced notice for you guys for that. Speaking of advanced notice and all the times that we don't give it, let's talk about the art that we're going to be talking about this week.
I kind of follow. Okay.
That was your cue.
So we got sent in some awesome art about Christmassy topics and ponies and stuff. So we're going to jump right in, and our first piece was a piece created by Ardale, who we've met and is awesome. And this is a piece of, I believe it's an OC. I don't know whose OC it is.
I think it's his OC. I'm not sure.
Is it his OC?
I think so. He's an OC he made.
I don't know.
I like
Alright.
Ardale
I don't
Pony,
know.
mind you, but I'm pretty sure it's an OC he made.
Cool.
In a Santa hat with a bow and a scarf.
Yeah. So this is called Christmas Cheer. It's not up on his DeviantArt page, and Ardale put it up on your DeviantArt page.
He should
I
put
think
it up
he
there.
made it for us specifically, too.
Yeah, because he just
yeah.
sent us to it. He sent us it in an email. But yeah,
Very
no,
good.
it looks really cool. I think I am more so than other people. Kind of, I can understand how some people might look at OC pieces and be a bit meh on it. That get that kind of like personal connection. But I really don't have that same level of disconnect when it comes to OCs. So for a piece like this, it really does look great. And I like the fact that, the character almost matches the mood too. It's a very soft piece. I like the long flowing hair with it. It's really good overall, I think.
I really like what Ardale's style has become, I think, because I can definitely see a lot of progress in kind of his style and in his work and his line work and stuff. And his latest piece with Octavia is absolutely fantastic, and this piece is also just really good. I like how he's kind of developed these crisper lines. His muzzle is very distinct now, and yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Also cute.
Okay.
I think people have started recognizing that muzzles that are a bit blockier look better in 3D. In the show, they're quite smoothed out, but that's very 2D. And when you take things to the next level, you add shading, you add depth to the piece. I think people are finding that the blockier muzzles do work a little bit better than these super round ones.
Yeah. I find, and I don't know, and I kind of like the style to it too. What is it? I was actually having a conversation with Vice, who we interviewed, and I was trying to draw a pony, like sketch a pony in Psy, and I couldn't figure out the nose because I don't draw, and I was asking him about it, and he has the same thing where he likes to draw that kind of like more blocky, like 3D nose, and that's kind of, I don't know, the style that he chooses.
Well, it's an interesting style choice because you can choose to go either round or blocky, and I know a lot of us kind of like a crisp, more geometric style to the nose. Like there's a lot of artists like Mystic Alpha comes to mind that does kind of a more geometric styling,
Right.
and I think it works really well with muzzles.
Yeah, again, I think it comes down to kind of like the 2D versus 3D and the transition between that. That it kind of looks too blobby when you try to make it too round in 3D. And it all depends on the angles as well, because it can be quite round from the front, but from an angle like this, I think it definitely looks much better, given that kind of blockier outline. It's dependent too, because I was just looking at a piece that we're going to feature in a minute, and the characters in that piece almost don't have a nose because it's not very pronounced. And so I think there's a difference too between having a very subtle kind of muzzle and more of like a very pronounced one. And I think if you're going to go pronounced, at least in this day and age, in terms of the pony fandom, the blockier one seems to be the way to go to make it look a little bit better.
Also, I just asked Ardale, this is the mare version of 6 Strings OC from Elements of Harmony.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so he's kind of like somewhat adopted it because it's like the R63 version of his OC. and he keeps
Oh, that's
drawing
right.
it as an ongoing joke for elements.
They
Oh,
keep
okay.
talking. They keep talking about it in the chat. I forget what they call him. Her.
I don't remember. She's nope.
I don't know.
No.
But
I don't know.
yeah, that's cool. It's kind of a tie-in to what we were talking about with Candlelight Hills before.
Yeah. So shout out to Six String. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might have to edit this out, but they call her G string.
Nah, that's fine.
All right,
Whatever. It's an innuendo. I mean, what?
it's a string on a guitar. What do y'all want from me?
Exactly. So something that I thought was really, really cool about this piece, you know, the smaller details really stand out. It's the breath. I love that. You know, it really does catch your eye as something that I don't think a lot of people do in art. And it came out really well, and I like it. It's really unique, but as someone who lives through 6 months of winter, I mean, it's definitely something. You see something this cold, and yeah, absolutely, there's going to be breath in that piece.
Yeah. The only thing that would make it better is if there's a nice cup of hot chocolate right in front of it, with steam rising from it.
Yeah. But it's almost this piece is almost steamy on its own, you know, like you've got this this white vignette or this lighter vignette that's surrounding the entire piece, and it almost looks like you're looking through a window that's been fogged a little bit.
Yeah. Or clouds.
Or clouds. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of the frosted window.
It looks really good.
Yeah, definitely. So great job, Ardale. Thanks for sending that in.
Yeah, thank you very much. The reference I was making before about like joking about the fact that we don't give notice was just because, you know, we did give 3 days notice for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was a little short. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of last minute, but you know, thank you to everyone who did send in stuff.
Yeah.
Because we really got some great stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't trying
So-
to make too much of like a submission like episode of just like people making art for the episode, even though like there was quite a few people who actually did, which is surprising. Ardale is actually just messaging me on Skype. He was actually working on another piece with Lyra that he wanted to submit, but he didn't get it done in time. He thought it was due tomorrow.
That's too bad.
So look for a piece of Lyra coming out.
I'm sure it'll
soon.
be great.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's
Ardale's
out
Demon
already.
Art. Go check it out. He's doing so much better, by the way. Can we acknowledge that? Like, he's been on a fan art episode of ours before, and so, like, super fans will remember that bloody, I don't know, 100 episodes ago. But holy cow, has he improved. It's like watching a taco. They grow up so fast.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are a number of people that we know solely because they were fans of our show. That's how we met them, and there are definitely a handful of them that I look and see like huge potential in, and Ardale's definitely in that group of people who's kind of making these great strides in the last, you know, couple of years that we've known him.
It's kind of crazy because like I can count like the number of people that we consider fans of the show that like watch our show, and we've kind of grown up with them. Like, as you know, as they get better at art, we kind of progress in our show and stuff. Like, for instance, Assassin Monkey or Otaku AP or
Yeah,
Agamnensar.
Yeah, definitely those
Hint,
guys.
hint. Even like
See, the
the
thing is though, Ardale isn't a shy Eastern European person.
yeah.
So he can't be a part of the shy Eastern European CAC Good Artist fan club.
That's
He
true.
can be part of the very, like, outgoing white American fan club, though. Like the what is it? The Euro C Sucks cast guys? Like, they're all
Yeah.
outgoing dudes, and then so is
It's true.
Ardale.
It's true. He could be a part of their group. Are we segregating our fans?
Yes.
We've just created cliques.
We just
All
told
right,
Ardale he's not
well,
welcome in our fan group.
anyways. So thank you very much, Ardale, for sending it in. But we should move on to the next piece, which is the only piece that we have that wasn't actually submitted to us.
Yes. But we decided to put it in anyway because it was done by a fan of our show who we've just interviewed, Agamnensar.
Part of the shy and quiet Eastern European CAC fan club.
Yay!
We need to come up with some sort of acronym for them.
Yeah, I'll work on it. I'll work on it. But yeah, Agamnensar, as we've talked about a little bit before, has been doing these streams lately, these kind of request streams with him and Shinoda. And there was something that he did, I believe, yesterday, where he did kind of like a Christmas themed one, and we needed one more piece of art, and we thought this would be a fun one to include because it's got it's got me in there, and it's got a couple of our friends in there, and it's also just a cool kind of concept to talk about, not necessarily just from an artistic perspective, but also just from like a what they're doing is a really cool perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be completely fair, the only reason that we included this is because you're in it.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Without me, I would. No, I'm joking.
He's not, though. Don't believe his lies.
So this piece is actually two pieces that were both created during, I believe they were both created during a stream.
Yep.
Yes. Stream number 14. And so it was Agnensar, Shinoda, late customer, and they all drew this lovely big piece, which is a scene of...
Late customer was not involved in the big piece.
Okay.
He just came in. So here, let me show the other one. This is the smaller piece that they made. Each one of them were on a stream together, and they all kind of drew their own OCs in this one kind of combined piece together.
Yeah.
So that was great. And then I know that late customer Dave had to go and do something else. He had to do something for his comic. So he went off and did his own thing, but was still talking with them as they were making this second piece.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. And the second piece is a fantastic scene with a Christmas tree and...
so many OCs.
Yeah, lots of OCs.
So many OCs. So, Bernd, I know that you really wanted to talk about this one, not necessarily from an artistic perspective, but from, the cool things that they're doing. So, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, like, I just really enjoy, it's almost like a little project that Agamemnon is doing, because, I mean, he programmed the entire online interface that they're doing this on, because it's not just like, like a little drawing collaboration, it's like, they're on a website that Agamemnon programmed, and they're drawing together all on the same canvas. And so on the big one, it's Shinoda and Agamemnon just going to town, live streaming it, and like those are all regulars to their live stream of their OCs. A bunch of OCs they've just like memorized by now because they draw them so frequently, and it's just like it's kind of like a Christmassy spirit thing. I thought, where it's just like I don't know, it's like a big gift to everyone who comes and watches their stream, and it's nice.
Gifts and togetherness.
It's a sweet little thing that they keep doing. Like every week, every Saturday, they actually did this one in the middle of the week because Agamemnon is going to be away for the holidays.
Yeah, I watched them do some of this piece, and the cool thing was that the way that they worked together was one of Shinoda and Agamemnon sketched while the other one inked. So I was on the point when they were going, one of them was going from the like really rough sketch to the kind of more refined sketch, and the other one was inking behind them. So, while I think while I don't know who it was, let's say Agamemnon was doing the sketches, I'll probably get it wrong because of course, while Agamemnon was doing like the better like the more refined sketches of a couple of them, there would be a couple ponies behind, Shinoda would be doing the inking of the previous ones.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a really cool collaborative effort. So it's not like, half of these ponies were made entirely by Agamemnon and half of them were made by Shinoda. It really is just a collaborative effort.
Yeah. It's really cool, the program that he made, because he's a software engineer by trade, I guess, and it's kind of in its alpha stages right now, so he and Shinoda are using it, but I guess he's looking to potentially further it, maybe... into the community a little bit, please.
he has plans to, yeah.
I had to go on it once to test it out for him. It was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's planning on releasing it just yet. But yeah, he's got a lot of potential in that software, and I mean, he's got more than enough potential in terms of being a good artist. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And
like arts is something he's self-taught too. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah. So you may notice there's a certain ship going on in here.
Oh baby,
It's so good.
it's great. It's great.
Yes. So for those who don't know, because you've been living under a rock or something, Rainbow Plasma's favorite
This week on
fandom
insulting our
ship.
viewers.
Rainbow Plasma's favorite fandom ship is between Otaku AP and Late Customer.
Absolutely.
And apparently the Moth enjoys that as well.
Yeah, it does.
We're best buds now.
Yeah.
So, okay, little backstory here. And this is going to be great because it means we're going to put every single piece on the show. Suck it, Dave. So, okay. So basically, I made this joke about people making fan art of Otaku APX Late Customer because DualShock made a piece that was like them in like socks or something, because I think they have birthdays near to each other or something. I don't know. I don't really know what the motivation behind it was. I think they were making art of each other or something. And so DualShock shipped them like 6 months ago at least. And I joked on the show that after I saw that, oh my goodness, there needs to be Otaku APX Late Customer art. No one did it, for the record. All of you sitting out there, none of you did it. So that's fine. That's fine. You know, it was a funny joke. It was a funny joke. And then for my birthday, or it was like a belated birthday present, none other than Late Customer Dave, he actually made a piece where they were making out.
Yep.
And I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And so then Egam Nensar, who's like closer friends with them, he was like, okay, I'm going to make one too. And like included it in one of his stream things, which was hilarious. And now he's kind of like taken off running with it, and it's become its own monster. So it's great. I love it so much. Dave hates it. He doesn't, he's very uncomfortable by it, and it makes it so much better for me. So I love this, and it's great. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I approve 1,000 times. And my face right now is like my face in the piece. It's great.
So creepy in a good way.
Oh, absolutely. 1,000% creepy.
You look like that Freaky Fred from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Sorry, excuse me.
Naughty.
That was like a reference layered underneath Australia. What did you say?
Do you not know what that is?
What did you say?
Freaky Fred from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Okay, I understood that time.
Okay.
The guy the guy that rocks up to the door and tells him
I was
he's
like,
being
Freaky Fred, who the heck's
naughty.
Freaky Fred? And then when you said naughty, I was like, that rings a bell. So many bells. What is that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
So speaking of Dave/Late Customer,
Uh-huh.
our next piece is by him.
Oh, nice transition.
Oh, yeah. So this piece is called Holiday Cocoa by Late Customer, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's too hot for Coco.
It's Rarity and Sweetie Belle enjoying some hot chocolate by a tree. And the tree is actually interesting because it has cutie mark ornaments on it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Dude, this piece is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This piece is so good. This is one of Dave's best works in a long time. It really is. I love it.
Can I just say that I really like how he does their hair?
Mm-hmm.
Or I really like their manes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta speak when you say that.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. I'm waiting for other people to talk. But if not, I can keep talking.
I think okay, I'll say something. He live streamed this, by the way, or at least most of it, which I thought was really cool. That like Dave's been going out of his way to do more live streams because it's like we get to see that process again. So it's funny because like I see all the little struggles in his process of what he's painting, like all the little struggles of an artist. Like before, I would just see it and be like, "Wow, this is pretty. I like a lot of these things," and like maybe like do some analyzing, but like that's it. But like he struggled on like Rarity's magic. He made it the wrong color. He made it purple, and so they had to try to change it to blue. And then his overlay layers didn't work. And then like there's a warm like light over the entire picture that he was like screwing around with for like an hour. Like in fact, that's a really cool point too. Like, do you notice Rarity isn't like white? Like Rarity is white, or like that. What do we call that? Rarity's weird off-whitish color. She's like she has like an orange over her, which is like an orange light that he put over Rarity and Sweetie Belle to kind of get the piece a more warm feeling. Which is incredibly difficult when you're Dave because he's colorblind. So it's like
Right. That is difficult to do when you're colorblind. So yeah, it's really cool. I got to sit with him when he was transitioning from sketches to line art. Something that was really interesting was that he tried out something a little bit new with the coloring. He tried to like diverge a little bit from his style. And it's what you're talking about, Bern. You get to see the struggles because he did it and he was basically like, I hate this, and he started again on it. So, and then he went back to more of his kind of traditional style, and I really like it. I mean, Dave's style is just phenomenal. And what I encouraged him to do was, instead of trying to experiment so much with your style, stick with what you're good at and take it to the next level. You know, really introduce complex shading, directed light sources, that kind of thing. And that's exactly what he did in this piece with the directed light source of obviously the fireplace that's probably in front of them.
Mm-hmm. You can really see it on the table, like
yeah.
Yeah.
What, the table's on fire? Or-
Yes, they lit the table on fire.
Merry Christmas, your house on fire.
Drink that up quick, because we're gonna have to run.
Oh,
So yeah,
Just gotta hope Sweetie Belle didn't make it. She'd burn it.
she'd burn the fire, or she'd burn
No,
the
she'll burn the
drink?
cooker.
yeah.
And I mean, it's super cute, obviously, with the little dollop of whipped cream on Sweetie Belle's nose.
Look at
and
her face.
Little, what do you call that? Blep? R/blep?
Blip. But
You never heard that?
What?
no.
It's an entire subreddit that's like animals like sticking their tongues out. And it's called Blep.
I'm gonna Google this. BLEP.
Yep, Blep. It's also just fun to say,
This is the first time I'm hearing of that.
but yeah. Well, we're all gonna take a break to search up Blep.
I was gonna say r/can confirm. But I definitely can confirm this is a subreddit, and it
Yep.
is a bunch of cats sticking their tongue out.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So it's almost like that. Cause like Sweetie Belle's kind of like a cat, right? She's like part cat.
Sure. we'll go with that.
Just go.
She's pretty cat-like.
Slide right past that one.
We're-
But what I also like, okay, so what I also like was, what Dave went for in this piece, especially with Rarity, was a little bit more, like a little bit more. For God's sakes, there's no other good word. It's a little bit more mature. It's her face is more of an adult's face. It's not all about being super cute, because you can make these ponies super cute, like Sweetie Belle. But what he did there was he took the facial expressions and he kind of used them to create dynamics within the piece. He made Sweetie Belle's facial expression and the situation around her very small and very cute and kind of young, whereas Rarity's kind of looking over her, that kind of older sister feel. It really kind of gives this older sister, younger sister vibe. And it kind of exemplifies that through their facial expressions and the way that their faces are kind of formed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And once again, you can kind of see that boxy nose, boxy muzzle.
Yeah,
in this
absolutely.
piece.
Yep.
Definitely. I don't know. It's just it does give it a better 3D look, especially when you add the shading and whatnot. Which, by the way, I really like how Late Customer has done the shading in this piece. It's kind of like a 2 or 3 step hard shading. So there's like different opacity layer or levels or different like lighting levels, and he kind of steps it down,
Yeah.
which I think is really neat.
Yeah. Again, like I remember he was talking about the fact that he wanted to try stuff. He wanted to try new things, and the one thing that I have to tell him is what he's got going. When it's going is so good, his line art is so good. and you can really see it come out in this piece. And I think that's why, the hard shading really lends itself really well to these kinds of pieces, because it really complements these harder lines and this solid line work. I do like the fact that he's got these layers of shading on, so even though he's doing hard shading, it can fade, and it doesn't have to just be one kind of specific shade or one opacity.
Mm-hmm.
Although I wish he used it a little bit more, to be honest. I don't.
Yeah.
There's not a huge amount of instances where there's these couple of layers. You can see it on the couch arm, especially, and on like Rarity's socks.
Yeah.
It's,
So you can see
it's
that
still a little present in like minor areas, like Rarity's hair, obviously,
That's fair.
and then in her ear, both of their ears, even you see like the darker shade in there, and like underneath her hair or their hair, I guess, both they play with it like that shadow. They just like
Right.
because it wouldn't be, I don't know, or like it's not, it wouldn't be any like better or worse. It's just it creates a different feeling than if the entire piece used it over just certain like places of it, because it like adds variety. And whether it's better or worse is like opinion.
Well, and I think too, it's where you go from the lighter shade to one of the darker shades instead of stepping it is kind of more of a it's more of a value shift. So it kind of, I guess it depicts maybe a brighter light that's on them, or just a different kind of contrast. So
I really like the Christmas tree ornaments. Those are done really well. Especially, you know, as a former vector artist, Rarity's Cutie Mark is like surprisingly difficult to do. I don't know why. Whenever I did it, it would come out awful. So the fact that he managed to do that and also managed to make each individual piece look 3D is really cool.
Especially like Cadence's Cutie Mark.
Cadence heart.
Yeah, Cadence's Cutie Mark. Or no, that's not Cadence.
It's
That's
not
the red
Cadence's
heart
Cutie Mark.
that
It's a red
Just a
heart.
heart.
it's the red heart that Spike gave her.
That's right. That's right. But a heart in crystal, like also on Cadence's butt, is still
Very similar,
incredibly
yes.
difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. But I like how 3D he made these pieces almost as if, you know, they're not just 2D representations, but they really do have their own forms. The Twilight's Cutie Mark has got, you know, a lot of depth to it, and it looks almost like you know, you can see the edges to it as it's popping out at you. Rainbow Dash's Cutie Mark, while the clouds are good in 3D and round, also the three little lightning bolt stripes are also all independent of each other, and that's really cool.
I like the way he did the balls. So Pinky's Cutie Mark, the balloon, and the two balls.
Right, yeah. It's good overall.
Yeah.
I really like this piece.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm glad he decided to do this, because he came to me and he was like, so, like, I want to do this piece and it'll have you guys in it, and I was like, no, do something that doesn't have us in it.
Yeah.
We already
more
have
taste.
way too much stuff of us. You're too good of an artist to waste your time drawing us all the time. You need to,
I'd like
you
to
need
point
draw
out that
everything.
Rainbow Plasma doesn't speak for all of us.
Yes.
I can never have enough pieces of myself. Come on.
But
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I was
glad
gonna say.
he did, because, you know, there is something to be said about the differences between OC pieces and non-OC pieces. It's going to reach a wider audience. And that goes for all of these pieces that we got submitted to us. You know, I'm actually quite glad to see that people didn't go for OCs within these pieces, just because, or specifically our OCs, because I like the fact that it's translatable to everyone. Everyone's going to understand these pieces. Everyone's going to be able to fully appreciate them, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. To fully appreciate something, I feel like my OC has to be in it.
well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Man.
No. He's right. For anyone to fully appreciate it, it has to have a little burn somewhere in there.
Yeah.
See, Ted gets me.
Tuck a little burned pony in one of the pony's pockets.
Just a little burned ornament or
someone Photoshop a little tiny burned hanging off the edge of the coffee cup, or the hot cocoa cup.
No, he can be an ornament.
Have fun with that, Ted.
something. You. Yep. I'll do it too.
Anyways, great piece of work by Late Customer. You know,
Yes.
it's really like one of his best ones in a while, and I really like it.
Yeah. So our next piece is by Late Customer's waifu?
Waifu, yes, correct. That is the correct terminology. I looked up in the dictionary. Horse
Otaku
waifu.
AP. Horse waifu. Right. Yeah. Otaku AP. And this is a piece of
Okay.
Applejack and Apple Bloom to kind of go along with Late Customer's Rarity and Sweetie Belle. And it was actually, I think it was a follow-up.
So he actually got inspired by Late Customer.
Yes.
And he was on his stream and he was chatting with him on his Skype
Oh,
call.
God.
And so he got a little inspiration, and so it's almost like a collaboration between the two or something.
So cute.
So good.
Oh, God.
Anyways, yeah, no, this is a really interesting contrast, because whereas Late Customer, I keep wanting to say Dave. Do people know who Dave is now? Like, can I say Dave now? Dave has got this really solid line work, hard shading, and all of that kind of stuff. I think Otaku AP's pieces are a lot softer. You know, he's traditionally gone for this soft shading approach. His ponies are rounder in a way and almost like smoother in the way that they're formed. And you can really see it in this piece where there's kind of this wider, smoother shading to the ponies and less defined lines overall.
It's definitely a painterly style.
Yeah, we need to stop using that word. We use it every single episode.
I like that word.
It's true.
But just talking about the ponies, like they are more along the spectrum of like show style. You know what I mean? Like they're closer in like the styles that they have in common are closer to how the show does ponies than like how some artists take the liberties to draw ponies, like Dave or Vice I mentioned earlier.
Right, right.
Yeah, definitely. But still 3D.
Yeah. No, style that you mentioned, this is totally out of Otaku's comfort zone, and I really like seeing him paint these, I guess, because he's like actually trying to paint them, where he's not using outlines. Because if you look at most of his work, especially like all the fan art that he's done for us, it uses that basically like the line art where it's like the lined sketches with the color like inside of them, you know, like color fill, line outside, line art, very traditionally like digital done. Where in this piece, like the color behind them is like a solid sheet of color, and then he's shading over the top of that. And I've been trying in like some of the critiques that he's actually been asking me for before, when he would do like painting or any kind of drawing, he would shade in like white or black. And he's been trying to go away from that and like shade and basically learn how to like paint shade. So like the colors in Applejack, there's no like blacks darkening her. It's like darker shades of orange and stuff. And like seeing how he's kind of learned, I guess, is again that what we were talking about earlier. Like he's learning so quick.
Can we talk for just a second about how much of this piece is shading?
Right,
because he posted a work in progress as a reply in the comments, and it's kind of like, here's what the colors are, and then I shaded, and then everything else is just shading over top. Look at how incomplete this version is.
Yeah.
And then look at the other piece and you realize that, oh my goodness, like all of the contributions, the translation from that first piece, the work in progress, to the finalized thing is like almost all shading. That is incredible. Like you never really think about it, but he's kind of formed at least 50% of the piece with shading.
I do have one problem with his work though.
Okay.
He almost exclusively shades in black.
Well, that was what Bernd was saying, is he's moving away from that.
Yeah. If you're looking at this piece with like the Applejack, like this Christmas piece, my comment was that there's none of that black shading that he normally uses. Is he using it somewhere that I'm not seeing?
Pretty black.
It's dark brown.
Are you sure your monitor's calibrated correctly? Because that's a pretty dark brown.
Yeah.
There ain't no black here. The only place that's an actual black is maybe the like in the like couple areas in the tree. Even their eyelashes aren't black. It's actually dark brown.
Yeah,
I do get that, but it's still too dark for my liking.
That's fair enough.
I blame your monitor.
Again, like I think
I think
it's really cool to see these kind of direct. Shut up. Stop fighting, kids.
Wow.
It's really cool to see this directional lighting. Again, I think it came from the inspiration that Late Customer made this piece with the directional kind of fireplace thing, and Otaku AP kind of followed up because they're so cute together. And so you get this kind of directional shading, and I really like that. I like it when the shading isn't just something that you do because you can. It's actually a part of the scene itself. And again, this comes back to my love of the fact that you don't always have to put your characters in the spotlight. They can be in the dark. You can have a lot of your character in the dark or a lot of your scene in the dark, and it doesn't make it a bad piece.
By the way, I just did the largest eye roll when you said that they are cute together.
Oh, shut you.
No, I really like the lighting in this piece with that fireplace placement, because if you look like off to the right side, there's even a little bit of atmospheric perspective of like just this floating dust that's orange.
Right.
And then obviously on the couch you get this orangey, yellowy kind of fire reflective lighting.
Yeah, there's definitely a glow.
Mm-hmm. So.
And I like how much of a place the fireplace kind of takes in this piece. You know, like how important it is and how much it really affects the entire piece. In the other one we saw, it was more of a subtle thing, whereas in this one it's much more of a like, there is a fireplace. That fire is roaring. Like Applejack needs to turn around because I think her house is burning down. Kind of thing. So.
That's actually Rarity's house that's burning down from the table that was on fire.
It's coming in through the windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Otaku, for making this for us and for sending it in. It looks really great, and I'm so glad that he's kind of challenging himself in this way.
I have one more thing to say is that I really like how he did the eye in this piece.
Applejack's eye?
Yeah.
It's very unique to him. Like, he kind of created that, I think. I don't think he's taking inspiration from certain artists, but, like, that's kind of how he chooses to draw all eyes now, and that kind of really detailed iris.
Yeah.
It's very captivating.
Well, it's interesting because there are a lot of people with irises that kind of look like that. In fact, if you look at an iris close up under, like, a microscope, it does look like that.
Yeah, right. It's more quote-unquote realistic, you know?
Yeah. I do think he could probably do a little bit of shading on it to get it a little bit more realistic, but I like the styling on it. It's cool.
Actually, talking about the eyes too, Vice actually noted this. I've been talking to him a lot recently. But in this style, everything is basically painted with the exception of their face details. So like like their eyelashes, smile, nostril, those are the only thing that's really left illustrated in this piece. You know what I mean? Where everything else is like shading upon shading, kind of.
Yeah, it's all made with the shading and the shading brushes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's another
really
style
cool.
choice that he's made.
I just love how much of this piece. It's incredible to me to watch, and start with like, oh, here's the you know, usually when you see like before and after with shading, like the before piece often doesn't look as good, but it kind of looks to a certain degree finished. You know, this one that's not finished at all. But then you take a look at the shaded one, and wow.
Also unique to mention, he's taken a certain route to his finalized piece that's like, there's certain routes that artists use to get to something like this. He started with color, so the entire base was just the pure forms of color, and then he put the value on top of that, where like a very traditional way of doing it is starting with the values, so like lights and darks, and then putting the color on top of that. But with digital, shoot whatever you want. You can do it. Where with something like paint, it's a lot harder to work that way.
Yeah.
Cool. I realize that something's missing from this piece, though.
Oh yeah?
Moth.
Yes.
It's in the tree.
Yeah, it's hiding in the tree.
It's in there
He doesn't
somewhere.
have to have a moth in every single picture. He
Maybe.
does.
Come on, but that's him.
Perhaps it's under Applejack's hat or in her ear.
Oh, in her ear. Okay.
Maybe it's
But
in one of
is
the
very
presents. Think about it.
Merry Christmas. Have a moth.
Yeah.
You can see that
Anyways,
thing of peace.
thank you for sending that in, Otaku, and thank you to everyone, Ardale, late customer, and Otaku, for sending us in art on such short notice. It was definitely appreciated, and people should go check them out and thank them for sending us such awesome art.
As White Diamonds would say, you're fabulous, dears.
Fabulous, darling. My goodness, just a
Can
blessed
we-
old time.
Can we just take a moment here to say how wonderful it was to have her back on
Look,
the
we already
show?
gushed enough last week, and enough of this.
We can.
But
You gotta just make small points to it.
We have no time to gush about white diamonds. We have questions to get to.
But it
Questions
was
that
like
need to be
Christmas.
answered. The
It
most
was-
important questions we've ever asked.
It was like Christmas early this year.
Was that my cue to do questions?
Yes.
I don't know anymore.
It was incredibly subtle if it was.
Yeah, do it.
Was it though?
Okay. Yeah.
Was it?
Did we even say the word questions or what?
Yes.
I'm starting
All
to
right. Well, I've got
question.
two absolutely ridiculous questions for this week.
No, they're great.
Uh-huh.
They're
even
both
know
by
what they are.
Attack AP, so you can already like, see where this is going.
Yep.
First question is, when will Burn get off his butt and do some more art?
A very specific question
Leave
for
me
Bird.
alone.
But I here. I think because this is asked to all of us, I think we should all take our turns before Burned does to kind of explain why he hasn't been making art. So I'm gonna go first.
I didn't ask for
and,
this.
and I'm gonna go first, and you know, I just wanted to say for Bernd that, you know, he's really wanted to, but he's actually been going around the country and doing a bunch of mustache competitions and been doing really well, actually, and he's really thinking of making a career out of it. So right now in his career, you know, he needs to take focus on that and put art kind of in the back seat.
Also, while on traveling around the country, he went to go visit us, Alaska, and he visited his children that are up there.
Yes, the ones that are remaining.
Yeah, so, you know, family before art. Sorry, guys.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely.
This is my life now.
Joel, you have anything else to add?
No. I'm doing art as we speak, but no.
You what? You're doing art as you speak? What have I told you about? Focus on the podcast.
I am. I've got everything open at the moment. I'm
Do you realize
looking at the art
that...
and stuff, and you guys just keep taking all my stuff.
Okay, so I went back and I watched some of our very first episodes recently of Vector Club Weekly and also of Cutie Art Crusaders. And in the very first episode of Vector Club Weekly, you were doing art while we were filming the podcast.
Was I annoyed at him then?
No, actually, you were proud of him. You were very supportive.
I'm no longer very supportive.
Son, I am disappointed.
All right,
are
because Joel's being a bum,
You're a
Bernd, please explain why you're a bum.
Cause I'm lazy. When am I gonna get off my butt? Well, I've been trying. I have a tablet and I've been messing with it, but I don't like drawing on it. I don't really enjoy it. Like, I like doing like loose sketches on the tablet because it's easy to be cruddy, but being more precise on my tiny little tablet is very difficult, and how I draw on it hurts my wrist for some reason. And I don't like it in comparison to traditional drawing, but I don't want to like take the time to sit down and do traditional drawing when I have my computer. I don't know, man. Life's hard. Leave me alone. That and I'm not taking art
all
classes.
Those trips. All those trips to Alaska
and all the
for
trips
your
to see my
mustache.
apparent fictional children. And my mustache competitions that I don't need to participate in because I would win anyway. But yeah, and I'm not taking art classes in school right now. I'm just taking like normal school classes. I'm not trying to really get an art degree anymore. So I have nothing forcing my hand to make me keep doing art.
Other than Otaku himself.
Yeah, I'm an otaku apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would love to see
that's
more
that
art
question
from you.
answered,
Wait.
I guess.
Wait, I have more to it.
What?
I would love to see more art from Bernd
Okay.
because I like your art.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At least one person does.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
These are my friends, ladies and gentlemen.
Who?
I made up a story about mustache competitions. I thought you'd like it.
I like the story about
All right
mustache.
then, next question then.
Okay, so the next question is, again from Otaku AP, is what do you exactly see with shipping me and Dave?
This was specifically directed at Rainbow Plasma.
All right.
by the
So
way.
here's the deal. I mean, we just did Bernd's question for him and then let him answer. So I'm gonna let you guys. This is a bad idea, isn't it? I'm gonna let you guys explain why I am so fascinated with Otaku AP X late customer.
How do we keep this PG?
Easily, with creativity. All right. Well, we
Okay,
apparently
then.
have run out of creativity on the show.
Yeah.
I see illegitimate children.
Whoa! Illegitimate children? How are you gonna swing that into me liking their ship?
Oh, that's just what I see from their shipping.
Oh.
Oh,
That's his personal opinion.
Oh. Okay. Sure. Wow.
I don't know. I think that you see Dave as a very close friend, and that Otaku is someone that we all hold dear to us because he was kind of our first fan artist, and like I think they both hold a special place in your heart, and because they talk together and because they've done a couple of pieces together, it makes it so that you want to ship them. I don't know. I'm
I got
literally
it.
just running on the sentence, and someone please take
Joel,
this
I got it.
from
Go.
me.
Jealous. You want to be shipped with
See,
that.
there we go. These are the kind of joke answers I was looking for. Ted answered
Joke?
it for me. But
Because
joke.
of their love.
there you go. Keep going. Hit me with it.
I've done.
God,
Can I say that you like their ponies' butts?
dear audience, I'm talking to
Or
you
is that
directly
over
right
the-
now. Please ship me. Not like relationship, but like actually like ship me co-hosts that can come up with things on the spot. My goodness.
We're terrible. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't put up
true.
with this.
All right, here.
I got nothing. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like,
All right,
I
here's-
think that you made you'd go around doing OC shipping together contests, and then you're like, shy Eastern European guy meet Puerto Rican, whatever the hell descent that Dave is, I don't know, and you shove them together, and it's funny because I like to watch them dance like puppets. Like, I don't know. What do you want
There
from
you
me?
go. That sounds great. I like it. See, what I was going to say is one potential thing you could say is that I'm secretly in love with one of them. And it's an illegitimate affair, but I use it as a way to console myself from my lost love.
Now the question is,
See,
which
why do we have
one?
to make up stuff? Well, you can just make up your own stuff. There you go.
See, exactly, it's great. So, okay, do you want the real answer? Because I'll give you the real answer. Some of it
All right.
came from Ted, but in
Yeah, go
reality, I
ahead.
think it's funny. I think it's hilarious because Dave is so against it. That's what makes it great. But he likes to play along. He likes to play along. He allows me to have my fun, but he is also so verbally against it. And he disapproves of it, even though he has made a piece about it, and he started that whole art thing.
Dave's such a good sport.
I love
Yeah.
that he is so against it, and yet is such a good sport. And the best part about it too is, the other day when the Agamemnensar piece went up, and that was like the third piece in the last week that has been them shipped together. Otaku commented something like, "Okay, I think this has run its course," and I was like, "Great, now I've got both of them hating it.
Good.
Yes, it's even better." So this train has not finished yet. We will see more, I'm sure. It's up to you guys out there to make them as uncomfortable as possible. It's great.
See, now, Otaku AP, I'm speaking to you personally. If you had never sent in this question, it may have died out within
See,
the
that's
next
the
couple of
thing,
weeks.
because
But
this is the secret. They both are so against it, but all the signs point that they love it. They love it, man. Why do you keep bringing it up then? Why? I wonder who inspired Agamemnensar. Maybe it was Dave. I wonder who asked the question. See, secretly, they're actually in love.
Maybe
So-
not so
It's
secretly.
all a part of my plan.
wait, okay, so your actual plan is to write a fan fiction and get the most views
Someone write a fan fiction.
Okay.
I wish you could see how crazy my face is right now, because I've got like a crazy grin on right now.
Maybe
is it
if you had
anything
a
like the
crazy
Agamemnensar
mustache.
piece?
Sorry, what?
Because is it anything like the Agamemnensar piece? Because your face
that one was a
is
little bit more
crazy in it.
smug. I'm thinking more like insane in the membrane kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, that's
so
fun.
anyhow,
That was fun.
yeah.
had fun.
Thank you for those questions, Otaku. Yes.
I had fun.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
is this
the fun
my bit?
stops here.
Is this my bit? now?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of tired. I think I used up all my energy in being crazy.
In shipping ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take over then.
Do it.
Okay, we have no idea what we're doing next week. Rainbow Plasma won't be here. Poor guy.
Yeah, I'm going away for holidays. Poor
yeah.
guy. Ooh, heavens no, he's taking a vacation.
No.
Oh no. But yes, I'm gonna be away next week, and then yeah. Man, we really screwed up this outro, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so plug time.
There you go.
Okay. So we have all sorts of things all over the internet. Go find us. No, okay, I'll do it properly. We
There you
have
go, great.
DeviantArt, which is cuteartcrusaders.deviantart.com. We have Tumblr, which is cuteartcrusaders.tumblr.com. No, tumblr.com/cuteart. One of the two of them. cuteartcrusaders.tumblr.com. We also have a Facebook. We're on there. We're Tumblr, which is at cuteartcrusade. Sorry, Twitter, which is at Cutie Art Crusade. YouTube.com/cuteartcrusaders, and that other one, Picado.com/pap/video/ question
my
mark.
goodness.
All sorts of
Well,
things.
yeah,
We're
just
Cutie Art
search
Crusaders
for
on
us on
Picard. Go
Google.
find us there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Our plugs are getting too long. We need to start cutting back.
Yeah, we
Go
will
find us on the internet
most-
with Cutie Art Crusaders everywhere. Except Twitter.
We'll most likely stream this episode and next episode on both EFN and on Picardo. But then after that, we're on Picardo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll see.
Keep in touch with us on social media in order to get the most up-to-date information.
By the way, before we go on to our actual outro, Joel just pulled up another piece that was submitted to us that we feel really bad for kind of leaving it out.
Because we didn't even know about it until like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but this is a piece called Hearth Swarming Dawn by Love Leslie.
So thank you very much for sending in a piece. We're sorry that we couldn't get to it. And this goes for anyone who sent in a piece to us, whether or not it be too late because we already recorded this or we missed it for whatever reason. You know, we will look at them all and we do appreciate them all.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's lovely. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so that being said, that is the episode.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching, whether or not you're on the stream or on YouTube. We love you all the same. My name is Rainbow Plasma.
I feel so dirty. What happened? What just happened? It was taken from me.
My name's Burned01.
I'm lost and confused.
And I'm Flutterguy317.
And I guess we'll see you guys
all
next week. Oh, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas and happy... Oh, well, Happy New Year! Hey!
I'm a snowman.